All right, everybody, welcome to the coaching call. And this is going to be the video that's going to be uploaded to your membership site for the start of week 5. So if you guys can, make sure you grab a pen and paper and take some notes, and we'll answer your questions for you when we get done doing this. Okay, so what I'm going to teach you guys tonight is what I call my GPS system. And this is really important. This will help you stay on track, and it'll help you keep moving in the right direction consistently month after month. All right, so this is an important step in your weight loss transformation. Most people never evaluate whether their program is actually working or not. They just keep doing the same thing month after month, and eventually they plateau and then they quit. What I'm about to teach you tonight will prevent that. So you have to assess your results every 4 weeks and retake your measurements, and then you have to review your goals. Then you must make program modifications and keep yourself on track moving towards your long-term goals. So this is really important. You got to modify, you got to actually see what's working, what's not working, and you got to make adjustments every 4 weeks so that you keep moving in the right direction month after month. Now, the reason why I call this my GPS system is I compare it to like a GPS in a car when you have your GPS programmed. So let's say you're on a road trip and you have the GPS programmed. If you get off track, the GPS will make a course modification and get you back on track again. So will an assessment and a modification if you do it properly every 4 weeks. So that's what we're going to teach you tonight. So every 4 weeks, then what you need to do is you need to retake all your measurements that you took in the beginning. So hopefully when you guys started, you took my recommendations and you got your scale weight, you got your tape measurements, you might have got your body fat percentage. Anything, again, that you want to improve upon, you should always take a measurement before you start to have a baseline to measure improvements from. Now, failure to do this, again, leads to plateaus, frustration, and backsliding. And again, this is one of the main reasons why people just are not consistent every 4 weeks, month after month, is because they backslide, because they don't actually modify and see and assess actually to see if everything's working or not. Now, if you did not reach your 4 week goals, then again, we need to make a modification to your program. Now, that modification could be with the nutrition part of the program, it could be with the exercise part of your program, or it could be both. But again, whatever's not going well, again, we may need to make a course modification like the GPS. So here's how you do it. So the first thing you need to do is sit down again with a pen and paper, and you need to ask yourself, okay, did I reach my 4 week goal? And am I on track to achieve my 6 month long-term goal? So if you remember back in the beginning, when you guys started, again, I recommended, again, you set like a long-term goal of 6 months, and then you reverse engineer those into 4 week goals. And again, I called those the guideposts. You know, if you're hitting your guideposts like every 4 weeks, you're eventually going to hit your long-term goals. So you need to ask yourself, okay, did I reach my 4 week goal that I set in the beginning of the program? Then you need to ask yourself, okay, what went really well with the last 4 weeks? You know, what went really well with the exercise, and what went really well with the nutrition? And whatever went really well, you want to keep doing that. That's really important. You want to keep that motivation and keep that momentum going. Then you need to ask yourself, okay, what didn't go really well the last 4 weeks with the exercise and the nutrition? All right, and then you need to make modifications and adjustments. And basically what it comes down to is just planning better. You know, again, if you fail to plan, you plan to fail. You got to have that good plan. But you got to ask yourself and be honest with yourself. You need to write it down, and then you need to figure out how to make adjustments and modifications with your plan and with your schedule so that you can go ahead and get moving in the right direction then. And then when you do that, then you're probably going to have to reset your goals for the new month and map out a plan. So if your goal is, let's say, to lose 30 pounds in 6 months, you know, your 4 week goals then would have been to lose 5 pounds a month. If you only lost 2 pounds this month, then you're going to have to reset your long-term goal and then reset your next 4 month goal, because you always want to make sure you're hitting that goal or getting as close as you can to it. That's going to make you feel good and keep you excited and keep you moving. So if you didn't hit that 4 week goal, again, you got to map out a new plan and reset your goals. Now, when you do this, you take responsibility for doing this, ensures your continued progress, and it will actually help you accelerate your results and your success. Now, if you just don't know how to do it, even after watching this video, and you need extra help, you can always reach out to me or have another expert review your progress in your program to identify necessary course corrections, again, or adjustments to help you succeed. But again, this is really important. It seems simple, but it's so important because nobody ever does it. So here's what you guys learned in this quick video. Again, most people never evaluate if their program's actually working or not. And you got to assess and make course modifications every 4 weeks. And doing this helps prevent plateaus, and it will actually help you accelerate your results. So we're going to go ahead and do that a little bit tonight then. And we don't have a lot of people on here. So let's go ahead and Angie, the other Angie, not the Angie Lewis, the other Angie, go ahead and unmute yourself, Angie.
Okay, sorry.
No, that's fine. Okay, great. All right, so let's start with you, Angie. So what were your actual results for the first 4 weeks of your program?
Well, that's it's funny that you talked about measuring, because I did that at the beginning, and I've lost 11.2 pounds, and I actually remeasured, and I've lost a total of 18 inches in 4 weeks. A lot around my stomach, which is where I needed to lose a lot of it anyway.
Okay, so great. All right, so what was your, let me ask you this, what was your one major long-term goal then? Did you set a long-term goal for like 6 months out?
I just would like to have lost like 35 pounds in the 6 months.
Okay, now that's a really that's a big goal. I'm not saying you can achieve, I'm not saying you can achieve it, but you know, I would probably set it for a little bit less than that, honestly, to be realistic. Okay. That one that's a pretty big goal, but I mean, you're definitely on your way. So that's great. So what was your initial 4-week goal?
I was hoping that I would lose eight pounds in the 4 weeks. So I was hoping 2 pounds a week. So okay. I feel like I met that. Yep.
Yeah, you definitely did. If your goal was 8 pounds and you lost 11.2, you definitely achieved the goal. So that's great. So you achieved it. Okay, awesome. All right. So what went really well for you? You got the results you were looking for. What went really well the last 4 weeks for you then? You know, what went well? Let's talk about the nutrition first. What went really well with the nutrition?
I think everything kind of like following your plan was really nice. And the fasts, once I got through them, they're actually going a lot better than I ever, for some reason, expected. I've heard a lot about fasting and I've never had much luck with it, but this time it just made sense. So cutting out the sugar and watching the just following the plan is what went really well for me.
Okay, so you're just sticking to the plan I got laid out and it's working.
Yeah.
Okay. All right. In the last 4 weeks, then, even though you hit your goals, what kind of challenges did you have, or any obstacles that you ran into?
The exercising. I have not exercised. Tonight was the first night, other than we go out and walk, but nothing. So I actually got all my stuff set up, and I'm making time to do it. So that's where I'm lacking, is the exercise. Okay.
And that's something you want to do?
Mm-hmm.
All right. So what was the main reason why you didn't start it the first 4 weeks?
I really don't have, there was a lot of stress. I had a lot going on, and it's no excuse, but I, running a business, I've just had a very rough time. So I didn't put myself first is the biggest thing.
Okay, good. So write that down. Make sure you got to put that down. You know, you got to write that down and say, okay, yeah, I'm a priority. You know, everything I just said is an excuse, and I'm glad you said that, because it is. Mm-hmm. But the other thing too is when you start exercising, you start feeling better, your business will start going in the right direction as well. Yeah. I'm a firm believer in that.
Me too. Now,
if you're super busy, again, what I highly suggest you do, especially if you can create your own schedule, if you do your own business, is that you exercise right away in the morning before your day starts. You know, I would get up, have some caffeine, whatever you need to do to get moving around a little bit, and then just get it done. Because if you don't do it right away in the morning, you're always going to choose your business over yourself and exercise.
Yeah, I agree with that. We had a flood in our basement over the summer, and that's where all my equipment was, and I lost everything. So I finally moved what I had and got new stuff up to a spare bedroom. So I have no more excuses. So I'm going to make that priority in the morning. I already have a plan.
Okay, good. That's great. Awesome. Okay, now you definitely did great the first month. So what's going to be your one main goal then for the second month?
Just to stick with it, you know.
Well, what we want to do is we want to set something that we can measure to actually see if you achieve it or not.
I would like to, just continue. If I can do 1.5 pounds a week from here to the end, I think that's a realistic goal for me.
Okay,
So
so let's
I'd
put
like-
that on paper. Let's put that on paper then. So the next 6 weeks, your goal is to lose 6 pounds.
Okay.
And then what I would do again is be very specific. So I would say, okay, my goal for this month is for my weight to go from 162.7 down to, whatever it's going to be, 156,
Okay.
or whatever it comes out to be.
Okay.
That way you can actually, what the goal is and what you got to shoot for on the scale if you achieve the goal or not. And
Okay.
again, I would read it a couple times a day, always have it right in front of you so that you know what your goal is. And again, make that your one major objective for the next 4 weeks.
Okay.
Okay, good. Awesome.
Thank
Okay.
you.
Do you have any questions on that?
No, I don't think so.
Okay. Well, you're off to a good start. So keep up the good work.
Thank you.
Okay. Go ahead and mute yourself. And then Shelly, go ahead and unmute yourself.
Hello.
Hi, Shelly. Okay, so let's talk about your results for the first 4 weeks. What were your actual results?
Well, I think I've only lost about 3 pounds, but I've lost also 3 inches, I think 3.5 inches.
Off of one specific area or total?
Total.
Okay. All right. So yeah, your weight is about 3 pounds that you lost. Okay.
Yeah.
So what was your one major long-term goal? Did you set a long-term goal for like 6 months?
6 months was 25 pounds.
Okay. So what was your first objective, your 4-week goal?
4 week. That was I was hoping 2 pounds a week.
Okay. So your goal was 8 pounds.
Yeah.
Okay. So you didn't achieve that.
No.
Okay. So that's why we're doing this and we want to talk about it. All right. So how did that make you feel that you didn't hit your goal?
Well, I'm a little disappointed in myself, but I'm okay with slow because it's not a race, but and I know some of the things that I didn't do that I probably should have, like start exercising when everybody else started exercising, but I hate exercise. So, and there were some things that I figured out I wasn't paying enough attention to sugar content starting out. So I think that's going to help, paying more attention to that.
All right. So let's go back. Let's talk about, so you did lose the 3 pounds and you lost 3 inches. So that's great. So what went really well the first 4 weeks then?
The fasts went much better than I thought they would. So, and the 36-hour fasts they're not as hard as I would have thought they were going to be. So, I'm trying to fit those in a little more frequently.
Okay, good. So you were doing more of a long-term fast and that worked for you.
Yeah.
So the fast one is okay. All right. Anything else that went really well?
Just getting my water in. That's not been as difficult as I thought it was going to be either. Oh, well, because, I gave up Diet Mountain Dew.
Okay, good.
And so that's I think it's been since we started this, since I've had a Diet Mountain Dew. So I'm pretty proud
awesome.
of that.
All right. So yeah, that's great. So that's things you definitely want to keep continuing in the next 4 weeks and just keep getting rid of that pop like you are. And then keep up with the water and keep up with the fasting like you're doing. That went really well. So keep going with that. Okay. So what was the major obstacle that you ran into, or the biggest challenges that didn't, that you ran into that didn't get you to achieve your 4-week goal?
Probably not paying enough attention to portion size. And we tend to eat out probably more than I should, but
okay. Yeah, that can add up really quick, when you're going out to eat. How many days a week are you eating out?
Oh, probably 3.
No,
Yeah. I'd say,
2.
well, usually on the weekends.
2 to 3 times a week.
Yeah.
Okay.
Yeah.
Yeah. I mean, again, that's why that free day is there, that cheat day.
Mhm.
So what I would tell you is just have it that on that cheat day that you go out to eat. The rest of the days of the week, you're sticking to your plan and you're keeping, it's a good 3 to 5 meals. You're eating the carbs, you're eating the protein, the healthy fats, and the veggies as best that you can. So that's one thing, yeah, that definitely probably prevented you from achieving the goal is eating more calories and maybe more of the saturated fats, because those restaurants, they really, really cook a lot with the oils.
Okay.
And the oils aren't bad for you until you start frying them. Once you
Right.
start breaking those down, then they're not great for you. So
Gotcha.
that's one thing. That's an adjustment that you could definitely improve upon right there.
Okay.
And then the other one is you mentioned is the exercise.
Yeah.
And what I would recommend then is just starting out and doing some basic walking. I would watch week number 2 in the membership site again. And again, if you can get a heart rate monitor and just go ahead and figure out where your heart rate needs to be at to make sure you're burning fat when you're exercising and to give you a good cardiovascular workout, and just follow the instructions in the video and just start out with 10 or 12 minutes, and try and do as many days as you can the first week, and then just keep adding up on that each week.
Okay.
And keep it simple. And if walking something you don't enjoy, again, try and find something that you do enjoy.
I don't mind walking. It's just I have to drive 5 miles to get someplace where I can walk.
Okay. Yeah. Yeah. That's always the hardest part, is just getting there.
Yeah.
So, another option that you can do, I don't know if you ever use like an aerobic exercise tape or anything like that at home, or, if you had a treadmill at home or anything, or, how come you just can't go outside and walk out of your house?
Well, I live on the side of a major highway,
Oh, okay.
and I used to, but it's gotten to where I worry too much about the cars coming at me and the ones coming from behind me because the shoulders are not in real good shape. So, because I used to walk outside, we got rid of our treadmill, and I used to walk out on the highways. I used to walk up like half a mile anyway, starting out. But it's a little dangerous out there. So.
Okay. All right. So yeah, those are the modifications I would make. I would make, on the days that you aren't doing the fasting, focus on the eating for life meals. Make sure you're getting the right combinations and you're not eating out, 2 to 3 days a week. You're just eating out 1 day a week on that free day or that cheat day. And then just start adding the exercise in. Because again, that'll help you hit that calorie deficit, with adding the exercise and not getting as many calories with the restaurants and stuff. And that'll help a little bit as well.
Okay.
Okay. So those are some adjustments and modifications I would make.
I can do that.
Okay. Now what I would
Okay.
do then is, since you hit 3 pounds this month, I would shoot for 4 pounds this next month. And if you get anything more than that, consider it a bonus.
Okay.
Okay.
Mm-hmm.
All right. So that's great. Okay. Do
Thank
you got any
you.
other questions or anything I can help you with?
I don't think so.
Okay.
I think you answered them all. So I think we're good.
All right. Perfect.
Thank you.
All right. Okay. All right. Go ahead and just mute yourself then. All right, everybody. So that's what you guys should do every 4 weeks. Make modifications and do exactly what I did with Angie and Shelly then. And then that will help you make those course modifications and help you move towards your 4-week goals, which are going to help you move towards your 6-month long-term goals. If you guys have any questions, again, just post in the Facebook group and I can answer them for you.